First of all, let me say good morning. Muy buenos dias. My name is Octavio Sainz, and I serve the Rio Grande Valley as the Public Information Officer for the Texas Department of Transportation, and I will be serving as your Master of Ceremonies. I'm very happy to be here today participating in an event that would help kick off the 2020 census efforts here in the Rio Grande Valley. Please join me in welcoming McAllen Police Chief Victor Rodriguez and McAllen Complete Count Committee Chair for some opening remarks. Chief.
Good morning. I cannot express to you in words what privilege it is for me to welcome RGV down here to this particular event today. We are in the great city of Edinburgh, but I do want to welcome you on behalf of the city of McAllen, our mayor and our commissioners, to the grand opening of the Rio Grande Valley Area Census Office. That time has come. It comes around once every 10 years. Although many of us in this room, we're not strangers because we've been at the task now for months, if not years already behind us. But it is time to shift gears. And it is time to count, and I'm going to say it this way, and I hope it doesn't sound parochial, but it's time to count our people. The time has come to make sure that our people get counted for the benefit of our people and our communities. And the people that can most help us get that done are in this room right now. So with that, we want to extend our congratulations to the U.S. Census Bureau for their opening of the regional office in South Texas, designed to serve South Texas's 4 counties. It is just across the street from this particular building. It is a secure facility. It is designed to serve the people and the staffers and the committees out in the communities, as opposed to a place you go to and get help at. That's not the intent about that particular office. It is designed to help us basically get the work done out in the field. Ladies and gentlemen, Census 2020 is upon us. And there are many, many, many things that depend on a complete count. And every bit of those things on that list benefit our communities and they benefit, what I say, our people, our residents. So we ask you to take the task, to take the challenge, that as we go into the first quarter of next year, beginning now, to help us count the RGV, help us count South Texas, help us count McAllen, Brownsville, every community in the 4-county area that we are overseeing here in this particular area of operation and area of responsibility. God bless all of you. Good luck and best wishes on behalf of our great city. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chief. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand as the UTRGV Vaquero Battalion Honor Guard brings in our nation's colors, and please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and invocation. Reciting the Pledge of Allegiance will be led by David Facundo, Staff Sergeant in the U.S. Army and a U.S. Census Bureau Partnership Specialist.
Please join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now please welcome Catherine De Gracia, PSJ North student, who will be singing the National Anthem.
We say, that so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the darkest red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
It is now my pleasure to introduce Reverend Edward de la Rosa, Superintendent of Texas Gulf Hispanic District Assemblies of God, who will provide our invocation for the ceremony.
Let us bow our heads and pray. We just stated a little while ago, Lord, that we are a nation under God. As we gave allegiance to a flag, we also give allegiance to you, and we say, thank you for opportunities like this. Thank you for the freedom that we have. And we thank you, Lord, because we belong to a nation that is free to give us, Lord, the desires to grow and to become anything that we want to become. We look for your guidance and direction. We heard earlier today a young group of mariachis called Mariachi Oro, Lord, which is not only the future, but they are the present of our communities, Lord. And as we come together, we ask for your guidance and direction. We ask you that you guide us and show us the direction, Lord, that we need to take, and that we give us favor before all the communities. It doesn't matter the size of the community. It doesn't matter the colors of the skins in every home, Lord. It doesn't matter the last names. They will be counted, and they will be part, Lord, of a wonderful community called the Rio Grande Valley. We ask you, Lord, that you be with us today and the year 2020 as we go forward, Lord, in your precious and your holy name. Amen.
Thank you very much. Please, ladies and gentlemen, take your seats. At this time, would like for you to join me in a very warm welcome as we bring to the podium the Honorable Congressman Vicente Gonzalez, representing the 15th District of the great state of Texas.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Buenos días. Buenos días a mi gente. Es un placer estar aquí. Firstly, I'd like to thank all the organizers and all the elected officials and representatives from the universities and our chief of police, Paul Villarreal, and others that I may not have a list of here, but every single one of you are important to today's event and this very grand opening of our census here in the Valley. I'd like to thank everyone at the Census Bureau who made this area office a reality. In a little under 6 months from now, The decennial census will take place April 1st, 2020. Our founding fathers considered the census so critical to our nation's founding that they included it in the language of the very first article. They knew that us being counted was critical to the formation of our country. It's still just as critical today. This count will change how many members of Congress represent the great state of Texas. Moreover, it'll affect how much federal funding we get in our area, opportunities for our residents, businesses, our schools, educational programs, infrastructure, water, small businesses. So critical that we get this right. In the 2010 census, the Rio Grande Valley was undercounted. By some estimates, we lost $1 billion over the last decade by being undercounted in 2010. And in the previous two censuses, in 2010 and 1990, the Rio Grande Valley was again undercounted. Our community is considered a historically undercounted region with problems dating as far back as we have records. Folks, I'm here to tell you we are not going to allow this to happen again. The Rio Grande Valley has been one of the fastest growing regions in the state, and therefore we have the most to lose if we're not counted properly. I have been working to correct the failure and to put a stop to any policies that could hurt the valley since my first term in office. During the 2010 census, the closest regional office was in San Antonio, Texas. Can you believe that? It's shocking to me, and it was shocking when I first arrived at the Congress and heard that. The 15th district runs from the border to North Seguin in Guadalupe County, so I'm very familiar with the distance between the valley and San Antonio. The Rio Grande Valley Area Census Office is a tremendous step in the right direction and will benefit the entire region by closing that 250-mile gap. I was more than happy to work with and announce the opening of a regional office with the Census Bureau. Our distance from our nearest census office was not only the impediment to an accurate 2020 count. When it was proposed that a citizenship question should be reinstated for the census, a question that had not been part of our census since 1950, I immediately opposed it. I worked with my colleagues to dissuade the Department of Justice, the Department of Commerce, and the Census Bureau from adding this question. One study they brought me showed that by having this question, up to a third of Latinos would not answer the entire form, which would be a direct impact on our region. There's nothing inherently wrong with this type of question, but adding it could have had an adverse effect on our area with low response rates, strong immigrant communities, and a history of being undercounted. Recently, the court sided with us to keep the possibly devastating question off the census. Between now and April, I will continue to do everything in my power to make sure everyone in the Rio Grande Valley is accurately counted and treated fairly for the decade and decades to come. Once again, I want to thank everyone at the Census Bureau, everyone who's participating here today. I look forward to working with you in the months to come. I hope to do more public service announcements, have our community engaged, mayors, commissioners. We want to go to the colonias, to the neighborhoods that are the most likely to be undercounted, and work along with our brothers and sisters at the Census Bureau and make sure that every single human being living in our community is counted, and that the United States government knows about us, and that we have the proper resources, and that we get our fair share of the American pie. Contados, todos contamos. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Congressman. Thank you for your remarks, and thank you for sharing your passion for your constituents in this morning. Next, ladies and gentlemen, we have Mrs. Sylvia Garza Perez, current Cameron County Clerk and Chair of the Cameron County Complete Count Committee. Please join me in giving her a warm welcome.
I don't have a whole speech like you do, Congressman, but you did awesome. First of all, I want to thank our sister county, Hidalgo County, for hosting this great event. And I want to congratulate the U.S. Census Department for their opening of the office, the regional office. 10 months ago, my honorable county judge, Eddie Trevino, who could not be here today, appointed me before the county commissioners to be the committee chairman, on top of my other responsibilities as Cameron County Clerk. It has been an honor to be there, and it has really thrown me into the limelight. Aside from being the county clerk, I have been out in the last 10 months, have been visiting every municipality in Cameron County. I have met with every elected official, superintendent, city leader, community organizer, faith-based member, and have really pushed and emphasized this great opportunity that we have to make sure that our people are counted. And I will agree with Chief Rodriguez in saying, nuestra gente necesita contar, necesita. We are at a very pivotal point in our country right now that the Rio Grande Valley cannot let this opportunity go to the side. Over the last 10 years, we missed out on a lot of federal funding, a lot of opportunities. And I will tell you that my message in meeting with some of the faith-based organizations, with some of the community leaders, my friends that are here from the city of Brownsville, we have organized and worked together to talk to people on a one-to-one, telling them the importance of this census. We have to make sure that us as leaders sitting here today, that we plant a footprint for the future leaders, and those are our children. We cannot afford to lose any more educational funding for our children. We cannot afford to let jobs go somewhere else. We cannot afford to let healthcare be treated the way it gets treated in this area. We need to make sure that every veteran gets what they deserve and what they so proudly have earned. We need to make sure that every child has every book, every laptop, every iPad that they need to make sure that their future is brighter and better. Let me tell you something. When I talk to people, I tell them $675 billion go directly into the education of this country. If we lose out on that money, that means a lot of our children lose out on their dollars. $13,000 go to each is allocated for educational needs in our counties. If we have one child that doesn't get counted, that other child that got counted is going to lose $6,559. That's a lot of money. A family of six, $1,600 we get for a family of six. Over in 1 year, it's $9,600. Over 10 years, that's $96,000, my friends. That's a lot of money. We cannot afford to let Star, Willacy, Hidalgo, and Cameron County not get counted and not get the monies that they need. I am so honored to be here with you today, and I cannot tell you how this has been such a passion for me in working with the communities and all the leaders throughout, telling them the importance of this census. And I want to give a big shout out to Miss Anna Leonard, because when I met with her 10 months ago, she told me, you're going to be doing this and this. And then I'm going, oh my God, what did I get into? But I am so proud to represent my county. I'm proud to be the voice behind this effort. And I'm very proud and honored to work with all the U.S. Census team, because they have been excellent. We have meetings every month. Our complete count committee is growing and growing. And my sister city, City of Brownsville, has been excellent in participating. I will tell you that just this week, I met with the superintendent in Los Fresnos and its administrators, and they're going to implement the Census 2020 into their curriculum, so that to make sure that the children go home and tell their mom and dad, I count, Mom and Dad. That's awesome. This afternoon at 4 o'clock, I'm meeting with the superintendent from Port Isabel again to make sure that they know that the census is implemented into their curriculum as well. I just want to tell you that my passion with working with Anna and the team has been just a tremendous opportunity. And I want to make sure that I don't let my county judge down, because I've worked with him for many, many years, and I don't want him giving me a little lecture about why didn't we do so good, but I'm gonna make sure we do and we succeed. So thank you very much, everybody. Please make an effort to get involved in your community. Go back and take that message, because this is vitally important. Just like the congressman said, it is vitally important to our people, and it's vitally important para nuestra gente. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Sylvia. Now, speaking of sharing the message of the census, we will now play a video called Shape Your Future. Now, the video shares important information about the 2020 census and, what's more important, can be shared. It can be shared with the local community, and in the world of social media, it's good to share. It's also available on the website, www.census.gov, and also on YouTube. And, we're ready to play it, sir? Here we go.
Can one girl in a small town, an architect in a major city, and a suburban high school coach shape the future of the United States? Yes, they can. Because every 10 years, the census gives us that power. You can shape your future by responding to the 2020 census. Where do we need new roads to make our lives easier? Where will new school programs help our children thrive? Where could a new health clinic benefit neighborhoods? The 2020 census will inform these decisions and shape how billions of dollars will be distributed to communities like yours each year. And in 2020, you can respond to the census online, by phone, or by mail. It's easy, safe, and important. Make sure you and everyone you know is counted. Now is the time for you to get involved. Your community needs you. Together, we can educate and excite, inspire and make sure every voice is heard. Together, we can shape our future.
There you have it. As we get to the end of this presentation, I'd like to ask you to give a warm welcome to Wilmer Robelo. He's the Area Census Office Manager as he brings closing remarks.
Hello, everyone. I am Wilmer Ravelo. I am the new Area Census Office Manager for leading and over the 4 counties, Hidalgo, Cameron, Starr, and Wallasey. I would like to give a special thank you to the U.S. Congress, Vicente Gonzalez, with the City of Cameron, Sylvia Garza Perez, the Chief of the McAllen Police Department, Victor Rodriguez, all the elected officials present, and the complete county committee chairs. And I would like you guys to stand, please. All the county complete count committee, please stand. And I would like to put this heart together for you guys. Thank you very much for all you do. With the help of these very important individuals and all of you, we're going to have a successful Census 2020. We're going to count everyone in only one time. Again, thank you all for coming y muchas gracias de todos, de mi parte por estar aquí y vamos a hacer un gran trabajo en estos 4 counties. Gracias.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for spending part of your morning with us. On behalf of Kathy Lacey, Director of the Denver region of the U.S. Census Bureau, Jerome Garza, and the entire Census Bureau team, thank you for your work in the Rio Grande Valley. We have a lot of work to do, and the work is to ensure that we count everyone. Contar a todos. Once, only once, and in the right place. Thank you.